Good morning, dear students, and welcome to online class of chemistry. I hope that you all are good in health at home, and also I am sure that you all are enjoying a lot in this lockdown period. But don't forget that books are waiting for us. So it's the time for learning. So once again, a very warm welcome to all the 9th standard students. And today we are going to discuss a very important topic of chemistry, that is the language of chemistry. But this chapter is not new for you because you already learned something about this chapter in 8th standard. But now we learn something more. So let's start our topic, that is the language of chemistry. So today we discuss symbol, valency and variable valency from this chapter. So what is symbol? What is the definition of symbol? As we know that symbol is the short form that stands for the atom of a specific element. Each element is denoted by a symbol which is usually the first letter of its name in English or Latin, which are written in capital letter. And there is no two element which have the same symbol. As we know, everybody knows that the symbol is a very specific to that element. So see that table. For example, see the symbol of carbon is C, the symbol of hydrogen is H, the symbol of nitrogen is N. Okay, each element has a specific symbol. That means there is no two element which has the same symbol. Okay, so what you find? Each element has a specific symbol. So now introduction to concept of a symbols. That means first who suggested or who discovered these symbols. Okay, so first the scientist John Dalton in 1807 he suggested some figurative symbol for atoms of the elements. So first he discovered some figurative symbols. See here, that means see, for example, the oxygen. For oxygen he gave a circle. Okay, he gave a circle and he suggests that it is the symbol of oxygen. And for hydrogen he put a circle and in the center of the circle he put a dot. That means that signifies it's the symbol of hydrogen. Like this, for sulfur he put a circle and it equally divided four parts. And for nitrogen he put a circle and equally divided into two parts. Like this, so many figurative symbol he suggested. That means for oxygen, for nitrogen, for carbon. Carbon, what he did? He will put a circle and whole cover it with the black color. That means it signifies that it is a carbon. But like this also he will be for a compound or for the molecule. Water. What is the symbol of water? That means H2O. The formula of water is H2O. That means two atoms of hydrogen combined with one atom of oxygen. See, symbolized like that, hydrogen, two hydrogen structure and one oxygen structure. He will like that, he will be suggested some figurative symbols of the molecules or the atoms like this. But this figure was very complicated, but means it will be take time, so it was very it is difficult to remember, so it is complicated. So for that theory was also discarded. After that, the scientist Berzelius suggested a simple method of representing elements with symbols. So he put forwarded certain points for presentation. What are the rules or what are the points he suggested? That means he put forwarded the first point is the first letter of an element and write in capital. For example, see what is that hydrogen, the formula of hydrogen. Okay, so hydrogen is starting from the first letter. First letter is H. The symbol of hydrogen is H and it is written on what? Capital H. So, and the other examples are see here that the carbon, the formula of carbon is C. That means the first letter of the English word. And oxygen, what is the symbol? That is O. because the first letter is O. Like that, nitrogen. What is the first letter? That is N. So the symbol is N. Like that, he put for what he put, that means first letter of an element, and the symbol is always written in capital. And the second rule is, if first letter of more than one element, that is the same of the element, are denoted by the two letters. For example, see, if the first letter of the carbon is C, cobalt is C, copper is C, cadmium C. That means what? The first letter is in capital, then you write the first letter is capital, and the second one you will write in small letter. For example, see here that calcium. Calcium is the first letter is Ca. So the formula is Ca. Cadmium, that is cadmium. So what you write? Cd. And chromium, that is Cr. Chlorine, Cl. Cobalt, Co. That means the first two letter, here you write the first two letter, and the first one is capital letter and the second one is small letter. Then the third point is, some of the elements are written by their Latin name. For example, say copper. Copper is written, that is Cu. That is from the Latin name cuprum. And like this, sodium, that is natrium. Natrium, the formula is Na. And iron. Iron, that is Latin name is ferrum. So the formula is Fe. Like that, potassium, the Latin name is kalium. So the formula is K. And lead. Lead, that the Latin name is plumbum. So the formula is Pb. So what do you find? Some elements are written, that symbols are written from their Latin name. So according to the Berzelius, what do you find? The first point is the first letter of an element and write in capital. For example, the formula of carbon is C, oxygen is O, nitrogen is N, hydrogen is H. And the second one is what? Now, if the first letter of more than one element is the same, the element are denoted by two letters, and the first letter is in capital letter and the second one is small letter. That means cobalt Co, copper Cu, chlorine Cl, etc. And the third point is that some elements are written from their Latin names. Like that, copper is cuprum, Cu, sodium natrium Na, iron ferrum Fe, potassium kalium K, lead plumbum Pb, etc. So like that, he suggested to write the symbol. Now we move to next concept, that is valency. Valency means the combining capacity of an atom or of a radical. Okay, valency means the combining capacity of an atom or of a radical. Or you can say that number of hydrogen atom which are maybe combined or displaced. Okay, for example, HCl. Here what? The chlorine is combined with one hydrogen atom and form that HCl. So here the valency of chlorine is 1. Let's take another example, that is water. Here oxygen is combined with two hydrogen atom. So the valency of oxygen is here 2. Like this, ammonia. The formula of ammonia is NH3. So here nitrogen is combined with 3 hydrogen atom. So the valency of nitrogen is 3. So you remember that number of electrons lost by a metal is the valency of the metal. And also that the valency of all the metal and hydrogen are the positive, whereas the valency of non-metals are always negative. And you remember that metals always lose the electrons and non-metals always gain the electrons. Say here that sodium that atomic number is 11. So the electronic configuration here 2, 8 and 1. 2, 8, 1. That means this sodium metal lose one electron to be octet and form that sodium plus ion. That means it lose one electron and form that sodium plus ion, and this plus ion are known as cation. Here, let's see sodium, that electronic configuration is 281. So it lose one electron and form that Na plus ion. So it is called as, because the valency is plus 1, it is called as univalent. Like this, another example, see here, magnesium. Here magnesium, the atomic number is 12. So the electronic configuration is 282, as we know that 282, the electronic configuration is 282. So here it lose 2 electrons and form Mg2 plus ion. That is, so it is known as what? Divalent. Like this, we will take another example. See here, that is aluminium, whose atomic number is 13. So the electronic configuration is 283. So to be octet, the aluminium lose 3 electrons and form that Al3 plus ion. Okay. And if it is lose 3 electrons, so it is known as a trivalent. So what you find? In metals, they lose the electron, and that is how much it lose the electron, that is the valency of the electron. Like this, the number of electrons gained by a non-metal is the valency of the non-metal. So here you see that one example, that is chlorine. Chlorine atomic number is 17. So here electronic configuration 287. So to be an octet, chlorine, what he will do? He will gain one electron and form that what? Cl minus ion, that is known as anion. So Cl minus ion, and that is known as what? Univalent. Clear? So if it is gain, that means it in case of non-metals. Like this, we will take another example of non-metal, that is sulfur. See here, in the outermost shell, how much electron? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 electrons are there. So it lose what? 6. See, so the sulfur gain 2 electrons to be an octet. That means it has a S2 minus ion, and it is known as a divalent. So now move to next concept, that is variable valency. Variable valency means some elements have more than one valency. That's why they are called as variable valency. Okay, what do you mean by variable valency? Variable valency means certain elements have more than one valency, so that they are known as a variable valency. For example, see, I am copper. That means the atomic number of copper is here 29. So the electronic configuration is 2, 8, 18, 1. So in the outermost shells, it has only one electron. So it lose one electron to be octet. So the valency is 1 plus. But see, so from that outermost cells, what? There is one electron, so it lose one electrons and form that the valency of copper is 1 plus. But it is due to the unstable of the penultimate cell, so it jumps one electron to the outermost cells and form the electronic configuration 2, 8, 17 and 2. So here that valency of copper is 2 plus. So copper exhibit variable valency because it has two valency, 1 plus and 2 plus. So it exhibit variable valency. Some examples of variable valency are here. See here, in the table you will get that some examples of variable valency. First see copper. Copper valency is 1 plus and 2 plus. You remember that the variable valency, the lower valency end with OUS and the higher valency always end with IC. So that the valency of copper, that is cuprous and cupric, 1 plus 2 plus, Like that silver. Silver also that it has the valency 1 plus and 2 plus, and it is ending with the lower valency ending with OUS, that is Argentinus, and the higher valency and with IC, that is Argentinian. And like that Mercury. Mercury is the valence symbol is Hg, and it has the valency 1 plus and 2 plus. Like iron, iron has valency 2, 3. So that lower valency and with OUS, that is ferrous, and the higher valency has 3 plus, that ending with ferric. Then tin, that is the symbol is Sn, and the valency are 2 plus and 4 plus. The tin Sn, that lower valency and with OUS, and the higher valency and with IC, that is stannous and stannic. And lead, the symbol is Pb, and the valency are 2 plus and 4 plus. The lead, that is the lower valency is plumbous and the higher valency is plumbic. Here you get that 1 to 20 element, the symbol of 1 to 20 element, and the symbol of variable valency. All that symbol you have to revise it. Thank you.